Welcome to Philippine-Canadian Enquirer's Daily News Roundup, brought to you by CanadianEnquirer.net, your only Filipino-Canadian daily news portal. I'm Rowan Echo, and here are stories making headlines today. DOH looks into Dengvaxia refund from Sanofi. The Department of Health might demand a refund from Sanofi, the maker of the world's first dengue vaccine, Dengvaxia, following the release of a new clinical analysis that said it may cause a greater health risk to those who have not had dengue prior to the vaccination. Quote, "It is an option we are considering, but we also have to look into the legal issues," unquote, Health Undersecretary Gerardo Bayugo told reporters. The government has spent 3.5 billion pesos in purchasing and performing the dengue immunization program. However, Bayugo clarified that during the time the vaccines were bought, there were no irregularities reported until Sanofi bared that the vaccines are safe only to people who have a dengue history, adding that the DOH conducted the program because, according to the previous findings, Dengvaxia was safe to use and it was duly registered with the Food and Drug Administration when the DOH procured it. Quote, "I still believe that DOH complied with the requirements of the law and the procurement of the dengue vaccine," unquote, he added. Senators criticized Gadon's bribery claim. Senators urged lawyer Lorenzo Larry Gadon to verify his claim that a certain businessman is planning to bribe members of the Senate with an amount of 200 million pesos to acquit Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno. Senators Sherwin Gatchalian, Joseph Victor J.V. Ejercito, Panfiluping Lacson, and Grace Poe all said that no one has come to them to ask such request. Gatchalian challenged Gadon to name the businessman, adding that Gadon's statement is an unfounded accusation. Lacson warned the public to not believe Gadon, stressing that most of what he say is pure hearsay. He added that it simply be Gadon's strategy to put the senators on the spot if and when the articles of impeachment will be given to the Senate. Quote, "It's like he's already putting us on the spot, so we will convict rather than acquit," unquote, he said. Meanwhile, Ejercito stressed the Senate's different culture and said he is sorry to those thinking of bribing senators because they do not accept those actions as they are sensitive to the pulse of the people. As for Poe, the senator vowed to not let bribery happen in the Senate. Quote, "Our actions would be visible to the public, and I also believe the public will know if the case has enough merit and truth. This is not about money, and I will oppose any moves who would attempt to bribe for or against," unquote, she said. Duterte reiterates call for the passage of FOI law. President Rodrigo Duterte on Monday renewed his call for Congress to pass the Freedom of Information law, more than a year after he signed an executive order institutionalizing the policy of full public disclosure and transparency in the public service. Quote, "I hope that both the legislative and judicial branches of government would join us in strengthening our democratic institutions by following suit and instituting measures that would allow unfettered public access to relevant information about their affairs, subject to reasonable restrictions and regulations in exceptional circumstances," unquote, Duterte said in his message for the first anniversary of the implementation of the executive order and FOI. On July 23, 2016, during his first month in office, Duterte issued the Executive Order No. 2, upholding the freedom on information. Quote, "It is by ensuring accountability in public service through an informed citizenry that we can truly realize the constitutional tenet that indeed sovereignty resides among people and all government authority emanates from them," unquote, Duterte said. That wraps up news here on PZI Daily News Roundup. Thank you for joining us. For more news stories, visit our website at www.canadianenquirer.net.